Wallahi, if I went with this guy a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, I would have saved myself so much time and so much hassle. And my business could have been in a way better place as well.
So welcome everybody. Now, today we have a special guest and it's a dear brother of mine. What do we call you? Rohaan? Rowie?
So, alhamdulillah, my name is Rowie. I'm a founder now. I was a trader before. Now I founded an AI company. And I'm here just to talk about my experience with Gajar. You invited me on, so alhamdulillah, thank you for inviting me.
No, of course. I just want to ask you, I know this brother since I was I think 4 or 5 years now. I'm a very, very dear brother to me. And what was your life like before we started this whole program?
Before we started, it was a bit messy in terms of sleep schedule, my training especially. Like, it was very on and off, my recovery. My dieting was by far the worst, because you know me, I would be extreme and then I'll be off and again.
Yeah,
and then
I remember this part, you guys don't understand. His diet was, he would get motivated for a week. He was on point, he's ready, and then next day he would go crazy, like 5k calories. Yeah. And to try to win it back, next day he would go 300 calories. I was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's because I didn't see the point in doing such a long-term diet. If I could do it in a week, you know, eat like 200 calories a day for a week, and then khalas, I'm almost shredded, you know.
Yeah, this is the mentality.
My deficit's huge, you know.
A lot of people
But then it destroyed me, so that's how I came to you. I always had no energy throughout the day. I think as well with that schedule, I'm never outside in the daytime. Like, it's always nighttime for me, you know. So I was lacking energy, I was lacking vitamin D, I was lacking so many things. We did the blood test as you saw as well. So yeah, there was just many things that was wrong with what I was doing, and alhamdulillah, thank you for fixing it.
A lot of people though, they take a long time before they actually take action.
Yeah.
So they start thinking, they overthink. What was like the last step that were like, okay, I have to take action?
I think there's a thing especially on social media, when you keep seeing people having the physique or having the energy or whatever the case may be, and seeing that's what you have, it doesn't annoy you for a while until you just start seeing it repetitively, and it's been so many times you've been seeing it, and so many times, because whenever I see it, I'm like, okay, I can do this myself anyway, so what's the issue? Then I'll start again. Then I'll see it doesn't work. And then it just kept being a process where it just kept happening and happening and happening. So wallahi, Jenny, if I just cut that off from the start, it would have saved me so much time instead of having that fault. And it's ego at the end of the day to think, no, I'm capable of this, I'm capable of that, when realistically I'm not. First of all, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have experience in this. So why not get someone with that, right?
And as a business owner, this all affects your business.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're out of energy, you're working till Fajr time.
For sure.
Next day you're going, you have an important meeting, you can barely focus about it.
I think business owners need it more than anyone. Because like, even for me, when you start making more money, you start eating more as well, you know? And then you put away, and you get lazier as well, because you start giving excuses like, oh, let me just, like, I need to work and this stuff. And then even though it is a real thing, you do need to work and stuff, but there's always a time to make time for it and schedule it. And one thing I like about your thing as well is you take the approach as well for someone who's extremely busy, right? Because you have different cases. Some people are busy, some people are not busy. But when there's people, extreme cases who are super busy, you find the small, consistent things that matter more than telling them, no, you have to push that out the way and prioritize this. You find a way to mix both, right?
Yeah,
which is not common.
Because we don't want, first of all, your deen to get hurt, your family, because you're not putting in more time for work. We want to make sure you're able to work on your business and lose that weight.
For sure.
And a lot of people, even you had this before, is they just see stuff, that stuff is draining their energy completely.
Yeah.
Maybe your environment or the way you train or when you train, and you still do it, and then you're gone for 3-4 hours pushing in black coffee and you can't even sleep.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that we focused on as well, was trying to remove that stuff around you. That's draining your energy so much where you can't even focus on your work, your business properly.
And I've been looking at your social media, of course. There's one thing I feel you don't speak about enough as well, which is there's extra benefits outside of even the fitness and the performance, right? Or expertise about how you've been in the deep end, because you have so many coaches that just say they know what they're doing, or you have fighters or people who lift weights or people in great shape. They've done that for years, but they haven't accomplished so much in it. Whereas I think in your field, you've accomplished so much. So if you're coaching me in my field and that's related to what you're doing, I think if you had the best results, why would I not get the best results, right? And you just have a different approach to anyone. I've had a few coaches. You're not my first coach I've ever had. I've had a few coaches. And I didn't get the same results.
And there was one you told me that like the diet they gave you was crazy.
Oh, bro, yeah, that was bad. There's one person who's in insane shape. At this time as well, I was young. But there was this guy in insane shape, and I showed him a picture. Yeah, like this guy has muscles and everything, and I'm skinny, fat. I have nothing, you know. And I showed him a picture. He's like, oh yeah, bro, and give it 12 weeks. Easily we can get you there. Of course, I did not get there, you know, like. In 12 weeks, where am I gonna get?
And the diet was so strict. I don't know why. What was like?
Yeah. Like, I couldn't eat anything. It was like It was very specific meals. It wasn't like that flexibility you have with about protein goals and this thing. And like, you're right. Sometimes, although you have a lot of complexity and a lot of knowledge in the thing, I like sometimes you make an exception for a simple approach if it's going to be effective. Like he was making me go on such a fixed thing where I'm not going to keep that up, right? And I remember the first time he gave me a cheat meal was probably like a month or something in. The first time I got a cheat meal, that guy never saw me again. Yeah. I was eating it every time because I forgot how good food tastes.
Exactly, man. The fundamentals is everything. People,
Bro, it's true.
People
it's so
try
true.
to make different things, but calories in and out is the basic.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have any metabolic issues or thyroids, that's separate. But if your calories in and out, that is your main focus.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot of coaches, they try to make it so strict, especially from a person coming to, let's say, they're eating pizza every day. How are they gonna have any energy or stick to this diet more than 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's true. No, exactly. But that's how I couldn't do it, because it's like, imagine you were eating cardboard every day. You know, you'd be so sick of it. But at one point, it's all I know. Like it's like I forgot everything else, so that's all I knew. So it was working. Until I had that cheat meal, I was gone. That guy never heard from me again.
What was the importance with you as well for personalization? Because we knew your mistakes. We knew the time you go big on cheat meals, it's done. We've lost you for a week or two.
It's true.
So that's why we have to make sure that we don't put you there so you fall. And you remove that habit of yours, of the cheat meals. And also, one of your issues was you were never full. That's why I remember.
I'm always a big eater. I never get full.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we had to make that adjustment as well to give you like more volume food with less calories.
True, yeah.
And it was so much easier for you to stick to.
What's crazy as well, and wallahi, I'm not just saying this for you. I'm speaking to the audience directly. Like, I used to always be scared as well of like, oh, I'm not gonna feel full and this. And I just loved food growing up. You know, I was fat by heart. You know, I just loved food and stuff. But wallahi, with you, it's like, every time I'm dieting, you usually have that feeling you don't want to die anymore, you're sick of it or whatever. With you, wallahi, I never had that once. Like I was always so like, it was easy every day. Every day didn't feel like I was dieting, it felt easy. Like I was eating a lot, I was satisfied, I was full through my meals. I would sleep, you know, not starving where like you're contemplating if you're gonna grab something from the fridge. You're full, you're satisfied, khalas, you know, you go to sleep. How it is. So.
I think a lot of people know what to do as well. And they think, I'm gonna go do it, but they don't have the accountability. They need accountability for someone to be there. Okay, look, this is working, this is not working, we're gonna adjust this. Someone to trust. That's what people I think are missing a lot, especially.
Bro, there's so many people like me who wanted the shortcut. That's why I'm doing extreme diets for a week. Bro, I think I did, was it 72 hours with no eating, like a 72-hour water fast? Even that didn't work. And
because I don't know why, like, if you're fasting, especially, doing a 72-hour fast, the only reason that you should generally do is maybe once every 4 or 5 years, because there is scientific benefits behind it. You clean up your dead blood cells.
I was like, I tried everything, but nothing worked.
You did it for a weight cut, no?
What do you mean?
Well, you did a water fast? What happened the next 2 days after?
Well, you know, wallahi, this is a true story. I did that, and I remember going to eat to break it. First of all, I didn't know you had to eat something light, like soup or broth or something to kind of warm up, whatever. I remember the reason, because I was going to do another 24 hours, but I couldn't. I remember it was very strange. I was like, okay, I'm just going to break it. I feel off. When I was grabbing, I ate pasta. When I'm grabbing it, my arm is shaking like this. Man. It was so
and
bad.
Because you have to also make sure that your business is on point. What's the one thing as well that we helped you with, where you were able to not only stick to the diet, increase your performance within your business and make sure everything fits within your schedule without worrying?
I think it's the way you planned everything, where I'm not just eating, like, for example, not to critique my old coach, but for example, how he just gave me a strict diet that was just horrible food I didn't want to eat. And that when you actually systemize everything properly, and you give me, and you tell me all supplements to take for my energy, and even just the food alone is enough. When you were giving me good food where I'm eating good enough, I was eating 1,900 calories. When you're giving me even, that's not a crazy amount.
Yeah, it was 1,900 and 2,100, something like this for you.
It was mainly 1,900 I was taking, but when I'd eat that, for example, that's low calories, but I felt energized. Even though my carbs are fine, my things fine. I think it's the quality of food you're giving me as well. You're not giving me these horrible like things to eat. You're actually
and
properly
I
giving
think
me food.
also because we adjusted for you. Because we realized the days where you get the most hungry and the days where you have to, especially some exercise burn more.
It's true.
And a lot of people, you don't have to stop going to dinners, because as a businessman, you're going to network. You're going to these networking dinners. You're not gonna sit there with your bowl of chicken and rice while everyone's ordering. You know, we have to adjust to the stuff, and which was very easy to do for you as well.
You did very well. That's something that I think is one of your best traits I noticed. Like, alhamdulillah, you were so good at being flexible, but not just that. Like, I know obviously you have other clients as well where like you'd look at, I saw when I was with you and you were looking at the airport they're going to and what food they're gonna eat there, for example. And like you do all the extra stuff for looking at the menu on restaurants and choosing them out specifically, but you don't only look at their macros, for example, you look at the micronutrients as well. What are they benefiting this for energy-wise, for all these different things, right? Which is, I don't think anyone does. I think when you do it as well with passion, you don't do it like, I'm telling you 99% of fitness coaches are doing it for money. I think also when you're just naturally have that where you're good at doing these things and being a coach in this sense where it's just natural,
Yeah,
second nature to you.
And I also truly believe that, especially if you want barakah within your business, if you want more money coming in,
Yeah,
you have to be able to care about your clients. You have to be
sure,
able to,
yeah,
when
yeah,
they're
for
with
sure.
you, try to give your best.
for sure.
If you don't give it, there's gonna be no barakah within your business. And you cannot give them the results they want. If there's no results
people
within the
notice
business,
these things as
exactly.
well. People
Eventually,
notice.
over time, that's why there's a lot of people that just scam you and they leave you alone.
Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure,
You thought you lost the weight, and then they leave you. They're not messaging you no more.
Yeah,
they get their
yeah.
money and they run away.
Some people will block people's numbers after they finish.
Exactly. There's no
that bad.
barakah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we need to.
Of course. I think that's one good thing as well. Is al Mubarak, you're a Muslim as well. You fear Allah in the sense you're not going to do anything that goes against your principles, right? Where you know Allah's always watching, so you're not gonna.
Of course, alhamdulillah.
You're not gonna go for do something and then mess them over or do something because you also fear higher power, which is Allah Azza wa Jalla, you know. So that's also a good thing to know that we have that bond and have that trust with each other.
Alhamdulillah. And you helped me a lot also, yeah, because he helped me because in my tournaments, you were messaging me, you were checking up on me as well, especially on the weight cast that we had to do. Man, it was brutal if you guys saw. Okay, so what results did you achieve? And if you compare yourself after the program and before, what was the biggest difference within your business as well?
So in the 9 weeks that we did, or 10 weeks that we did, I was 8 kg heavy when I started, and then I went down 8 kg. So I think I was 88 when we started, and then I went down to 80. And for me, my weight's been all over the place. I've been 90 kg, I've been 70 kg, I've been everywhere, right? And I've done big weight cuts before, but this is just so different with energy-wise. I always neglected energy and performance. It was always about the losing weight, but never about the performance. So when you gave me that, I got a lot more disciplined as well because I'm doing it for a way longer time. If I'm just cutting, let's say 3 kilos in a week or 4 kilos in a week, I don't gain discipline out of that. I got motivation, sure, but I didn't gain discipline out of that. When you have a set structure I have to follow for months or weeks, then it's way more likely I'll lose discipline.
And lastly, because you've done this as well, Mubarak, what would you say to someone who needs to change by still
Wait,
putting
I
it off?
have a good idea for this. This is the last thing. Okay, if I go, I'm gonna speak to the audience. Just wait 1 second, and then you just dip, and we'll do a cut where like your chair disappears. And I'll just speak directly to the audience.
No.
Okay, why, bro?
No.
Some Hollywood stuff, bro. Yeah, tell him.
What would you say to someone who knows they have to change, but they still keep doubting and they think they might not pull it off?
I mean, I was there literally exactly before, so stop hesitating and just make it. Because I promise you, the amount of times I hesitated, I was going to do it in the end anyways, you know? Like, I was so close every time and I stopped myself. But the more I see it, the closer I get. So it's going to happen eventually. You know you need it. You know that you're lacking on discipline or energy or weight, whatever the case may be. Just go for it. Like, there's no point in being hesitant. Wallahi, if I went with this guy a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, I would have saved myself so much time and so much hassle. And my business could have been in a way better place as well.
Oh,
so there's no point in waiting. Wallahi, seriously though, it's not, I'm not saying this for you, for you to get some clips out of it, you know?
Truly inspirational.
No, wallahi, I'm doing it seriously, bro. Like, just make the step. It makes your life a lot easier. Stop thinking you're strong enough and you're Superman, you're gonna do it yourself. Put your ego down for a second. I'm not saying that like you're weak or anything. I'm telling you can do it, but it's a lot more difficult. You might as well have that guidance.
And guys, on that note, alhamdulillah, thank you for coming as well, our special guest.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank
Rohaan,
you.
Rowie?
Just call me Muhammad.
Muhammad the Superman. Allah Mubarak.